Sometimes it calls you right in the move. Come to my table, come to my bed, go easy.
Hello, I'm back again in my chair. I've got Bunny over there and Margot is nowhere to be seen, which is literally unheard of. She's normally glued to me. I thought I would just quickly do a PLOG. It makes me amused, that. Because on Instagram this morning, I did the London Reanimator generator and got the winner for the Highclere Castle admission tickets. So I'll perhaps put the footage at the end so anyone watching this knows I actually did do it. If this is the first time you've tuned in, hello. And I'll just tell you what the raffle ticket Highclere Castle thing is very quickly in a nutshell. I'm raising money for my son's special needs school. Every now and again I do raffles, and I'm going to be doing quite a lot of raffles over the coming months. I've probably got 2 or 3 raffles a month. I've got loads of stuff given by amazing people. Here comes Margot. Come in. And this prize, the Highclere Castle, which is Downton Abbey. Come on then. Here she is. This is my little poodle. Little poodle Margot. The Highclere Castle tickets were given to me by a gorgeous viewer of this podcast PLOG, Jane Copeland from Western Canada, because she was supposed to be coming to visit and COVID put the clappers on that. So she got a credit note into her account to cash in sometime before March 2022, and she said, I'm not going to be able to come. This money is wasted. So do you want to raffle it off? So did a raffle. We got about £791 is what the tickets raised. So that's incredible, because we're desperate for a school minibus, because the one that they've currently got is a rust bucket and it's fallen to bits. It's safe, but it's on its last legs. So the winner is my friend Karen Bushell, Karen Cozy Corner Quilts, who some time ago, back in 2017, I think it was, she made a quilt out of French General fabric, and she made it for me to raffle off, and we raised £2,000 almost. So I'm really chuffed that Karen was the name that got picked out of the bag, so to speak, particularly because Karen's an incredibly busy lady. She has a lot on her plate with her family at present. She's so loving and good and giving, and such a great lady. And they've just bought a little camper, like a camper van, touring van. So she's excited because her and her husband. Oh, that was my alarm saying I've got to go off on the school run in 20 minutes. So I will stop waffling. So thank you, Jane, for allowing me to raffle off your Highclere Castle tickets. And well done, Karen. How brilliant. It was you who kicked me off doing these raffles. You were the one who put the idea in my head and made it work and made it so successful. So I'm glad you won. And I didn't rig it. Just need to poke myself in the eye with a pen. If it wasn't for the fact that I have got a big plaster on my thumb, you wouldn't know that I've just inserted this video into yesterday's video, because I forgot to do 2 prize draw winnings for the Downton tickets, because the prize was for 2 sets of 2 adult admissions. So Karen got 2 tickets, and today I did the prize draw. I'll put that in at the end as well. And Jackie Newland, she won the other 2 tickets. So back to yesterday's video. And if you're wondering what I've done to my thumb, I wasn't paying attention, chopping up onions, and I've sliced through the nail, through the top. But it's not stopping me from knitting, so don't feel sorry for me. Raising. There's the Strictly Sock Along 2020 that is hosted by my lovely friend Ali, whose podcast is Little Drops of Wonderful, and you can find her on Instagram as @StarryEyesAli. She's just put up a podcast this morning where she's chatting about that. She explains things much better than I do. My friend Jooles, So Sweet Violet, has designed a sock pattern that is linked to the sock along called Lola, and it's just such a gorgeous pattern. I was one of the test knitters, and the lace pattern looks really complicated. It's not. It's a 4-row repeat. You basically just knit with a couple of pearls on either end in the panel, 3 of the rows, and then the 4th row is just a combination of knit 2s togethers, yarn overs. I'm not giving away anything when I tell you that, because most lace is a combination of knit 2 togethers, like decreased stitches, and yarn overs. But it just looks so fancy, and yet it's TV knitting. It's TV knitting. And there are some absolutely stunning ones popping up on Instagram at the moment. If you pop in the hashtag billsspecialbus, you get loads of them popping up. Lovely Karen, who's just such a dear lady, popped one up this morning. In fact, I'm going to pinch her picture now. Pop it in. I love it. I love what she's done. I think that she's done fewer sort of gradient stripes at the end, and I think she might have done similar to me, which is I continued with the lace pattern further along the foot because I wasn't putting in the gradient stripes. I really love her the colour combinations. She's got a pale grey and then a darker grey, and it's so subtle, and it is proper my jam. But I've also been really loving all the zappy ones that are out there. They're just fun, you know, uplifting, which is, let's face it, that's what Strictly is all about. Absolutely love it. And the official sock yarn has been dyed by Kelly Lay Family Yarns. And she has had a tough time keeping up, actually, because it's been so popular. And most of it's all being dispatched now, so it's landing on people's doorsteps. And people's socks are looking divine. Check out the hashtag Strictly Sock Along 2020 and you'll get to see some. Is this light okay, or is it flickering badly? I have to be a bit careful, because if my dad were to watch this, he's got some brain damage from a brain condition, so he doesn't have light sensitive epilepsy, but he does have, he has had in the past some kind of seizures, so I'm just really aware of things like that. And that's really ugly now. That's my blocking wires in that tube. Never mind. So Kelly is donating £4 from every sock set sold. Try saying that 3 times in a row, standing on one leg. And Jooles is donating £3 from every pattern to billsspecialbus, and it's brilliant. And I'm forever grateful. Now, I look like a land girl today, which is the look that I rather enjoyed throughout the majority of lockdown. the start of lockdown, I spent most of my time schooling my reluctant 9-year-old and trying to bring on a vegetable garden so that I could feed the family. So I was found pretty often with my hair tied up in a hanky and a crossback pinny. My crossback pinny was made by lovely Myoka from the Okanagan in Canada. She's got this fun, I love it, podcast, her and her mum, Linda Purls on Instagram, called My String of Purls. You can find their Instagram attached to their podcast on Instagram called My String of Purls, or if you want to befriend Myoka, then it's myoka.cowl, I think. Anyway, I love their podcast, My String of Purls, and Myoka started making these pinnies to sell whilst she was not working because she is a trained massage therapist. And I just loved it. And I saw this bottle green fabric and I thought, oh, I'm going to get myself one of those. So I did. And then around my birthday, another friend of my vlog called Bev Cowl, she's changed her Instagram name. She is now at MZZ Bev Creates. So Ms. Bev Creates. She's from Michigan in America and she takes on commissions. And she does it. Can you hear that? That's Bunny snoring. She's not doing it now. She just does these fab, they're like cartoons, but more stylized. I'm not very good with my terminology of art, but they're really lovely. So today I'm wearing one of her cartoons that she did, which was of me standing in my greenhouse with Margot at my feet, and there's a butterfly because I kept rescuing butterflies out of my greenhouse and birds. There was a little bucket with tadpoles in. Do you remember my tale of woe with my tadpoles? I tried so hard. There's an EasyJet plane taking off or coming into land because Toby's, my husband's cousin's fiance, landed a plane when no planes were flying. He had to take one around, just take off and land to keep it into commission. So we were able to hear him on the radio, and it was really exciting, which sounds so sad, but I honestly got goosebumps. And there's a little cow in the background because we've got cows, and we don't, but we have cows at the front of the house very often. They're our friends' cows. And Ted, our son, is a mini farmer. He's a farmer in waiting, and he's out there all the time. And there was veg growing in the background, and it was just such a brilliant little cartoon. I loved it. And there's me with my pinny, my stripy top and my headscarf and my sunglasses, which I've just remembered. I went to put something in the dishwasher earlier and I had them tucked here and they fell out. And I can't remember if I got them back out of the dishwasher or if I got distracted. I need to check that my sunglasses aren't in the dishwasher. Right, I've got to leave in about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to whiz through a couple of things. First up, my finished things. Look how lovely is that colour palette. Love it. So this is a test knit I've been doing for Lyndsey, who is gorgeous. She's got Love Stitch Create, both podcast and Instagram. This is her first pattern. It's a cowl called Dance Like No One Is Watching. Is that what it's called? Dance As Though No One Is Watching? No, dance. Oh. And it's basically ballet inspired. So these are like the ballet foot positions. I think I might be completely wrong, but I've left my piece of paper now somewhere else. So you start off with, I don't think I did this very well, this top bit. A little bit of lace there, and then you move into some kind of garter ridges, and then you have section 2, section 3, section 2 repeated, section 3, section 2 repeated, and then you cast off. And it's lovely. It was a really nice knit, and I've got to say, for her first test knit, there were no errors at all. There are errors in my cowl, but that's because I made them. It was nothing to do with how it was written. I followed the chart and it was perfect. And I now have a really lovely, soft, squishy cowl to wear during the winter months. And this, oh, it's so lovely. The yarn is by Dandelion and Dogwood, my chum Amy, who gave it to me when I was test knitting her Whitmore sweater, and it's the latte colourway. It's a strand of floof, Syri alpaca. I don't think she calls it floof, I think it is just Syri alpaca, and a strand of the 4-ply, and it's lovely, look. And it is so soft, there's no itch at all. And this is just leftovers from my Whitmore sweater, which when it gets a bit cooler, it's really hot here today, we're having a mini heat wave. When it gets a bit cooler and I'm wearing it, I'm going to do a proper vlog all about it, because I've got loads to say about it and nothing bad. It's all brilliant. It's one of the loveliest patterns you can knit. And I watched the other day, Beks Creates, who's my friend, she lives in Bristol. She's got a podcast called Beks Creates, and she's on her 3rd Whitmore sweater now in black, and it looks incredible. And I want to knit one. I want to knit one like she has, in cotton with a slightly shorter sleeve for Christmas time, because I've got this really lovely black net skirt, and I thought a cropped Whitmore with a little sleeve would be wonderful. A fine cotton I think I'll do it in, which means I'll have to work out my maths. But anyway, I digress. I should be talking about Dance Like No One's Watching cowl, which I absolutely love, and I'm in awe of Lyndsey being able to produce a pattern, her first pattern, with charts where every single row is written out, just like Helen Stewart does, so you can tick everything off, with literally no corrections to highlight. It's mind-blowing. Yeah, I love that. And it goes so well, time check, with my new mittens. I started these before lockdown, just at the beginning, so beginning of March, just shortly before the beginning of lockdown. They're called the Chili Podster mittens, and I found the pattern slightly taxing to follow, but once you started doing it, let's see if this will be my thumbnail. Hopefully I'll have cut out some stupid things that I was just doing, because it makes me cringe. Also, very quickly, thanks so much for all of your lovely comments on my last PLOG. My apologies, there was a massive part in the introduction of me blocking my Love Note sweater that I thought I had cut out. There's a good minute of me just sticking pins in this sweater. Honestly, how boring. I'm really sorry. And also, there's then another part where I'm walking along and I'm wanting to show you my top and my skirt. And I'm walking along, I thought, oh, I'll do it in this really arty way. And I did something funny with the sound. So suddenly it goes booming. Nobody has mentioned it. Nobody has said what's going on in your intro, but I noticed it when I rewatched it after somebody said how much, well, a couple of people said how much they loved the music at the beginning. And one lady even said it made her feel emotional, even though it was happy. It triggered a response in her from something. And that was when I noticed, when I went to listen to it again. And then there it was, this really long bit, and then this really loud bit. How did I get onto that? Doesn't matter. Back to my mittens. So these mittens are for when I vlog. I think during February vlogs, I decided, because I was out walking the dog in all sorts of weathers, I needed mittens that would be really super practical for vlogging. So I thought, brilliant, I'll look up convertible mittens, and I found this pattern called the Chili Podsters. And this is what's brilliant about them. Flip top fingers and flip top thumbs. Look at that. How cool is that? So there are a few modifications I'd probably make if I was to make these again. But quite honestly, I don't think I'm going to make them again, because unless I lose them, because this yarn is really quite robust yarn. It's Blueface Leicester by West Yorkshire Spinners. It's undyed, it's a natural colourway. I've actually got a beret that matches, and a scarf that my friend Julie knitted for me that matches. So I probably won't ever need to make these again, but if I do, I'd probably make a few changes just to the way the pattern is written out in order to follow it. I think I'd spend some time reading the pattern and writing it out, rather than having to fathom out, where am I, what am I doing next, how, hang on a minute, what does that mean? That's all I mean by modifications. I probably wouldn't change much about the construction at all. I didn't pick up the correct leg here, so I've got a funny ridge. I did it correctly on this side, but there's still, it looks worse on screen, there's still a bit of a ridge, but look, can you see what I mean? You can see what I mean. And there are oodles of ends to weave in, but that's fine. I enjoy weaving in ends. I made the wrists slightly longer, and I did a twisted rib, but I'm really pleased with them. I just think that these are so useful. I have seen another pattern that puts in a little buttonhole for the thumb and the finger there, and they are lined with Kid Silk Haze, so I might give those a go as well. But yeah, I'm chuffed with these Chili Podsters. So they are going to go in the shed, ready for walking Bunny, who is having a duvet day today. She's in her bed, she's snoring, she's done a little bit of guarding and woofing and driving me mental, but not really very much. And normally she pesters from about 1:30 until she gets taken out for a walk, and she's not batted an eyelid today. And I think it's because it is hot. Yesterday was hot, so I cooked supper, we sat down and ate that, and then I took Bunny for a walk at about 6:30 when the sun was getting low. Oh, it was a beautiful time of day to go for a walk. That gorgeous September light, it was just divine. Right. I've got just enough time to talk about, what should I talk about down here? Because I'm going to be back again soon, I'm sure. And also we've got Vlogtober coming, so I'm going to be back all the time. Just vlogging, you know, my usual format. I think I'm going to talk about this because it's right next to me. It's in my project bag that my friend made me, my friend Deborah. She's one half of the Meanwhile at the Castle sister duo, and I wonder how she did that. she sort of finished the ends off with these little caps. I wonder how she did that. Anyway, for Christmas last year, she sent me a gorgeous gift of all sorts of bits, one of which was this little bag, which has got castles inside. My castle, look, because she is meanwhile at the castle. Oh, my cowl's in here. Brilliant. I test knitted another cowl back along for Deborah that time, and this is it. It's called the Love Entwined Cowl, and this was the first time I ever read, no it's not, was it? Was it the first time I'd followed a chart? And then when I test knitted the Aria socks, I felt confident to follow that chart. I think that's the way round it went. So this is a lovely cowl. It's wider at the bottom. I've chatted about this before at length, but I obviously wanted to chat again about it. Now, why would that have been? Oh, yes. Deborah doesn't use Ravelry. So this PDF pattern is now available on her Etsy shop. So if you like it, and why wouldn't you? This is Malabrigo in aubergine. Hop over to her Etsy shop where you can get the PDF. Now, Deborah used to dye yarn. She had candy shop yarns, and she does occasionally fancy dyeing yarn, so she'll just suddenly put up a listing. So if you're lucky, you can get some of her candy shop yarns. You can go over to her Instagram and set the notifications, and then you might be lucky. And gosh, it smells incredible. Really reminds me of something. What does it remind me of? I can't place it. I can't place what it reminds me of, but that is a lovely, lovely smell. She gave me, I get so tense sometimes, 3 skeins of this yarn called Bumper Cars on her simple syrup base, which is 80%, hang on a minute, it's 80% superwash merino, must be 20% nylon, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, so it'll be a sturdy sock. And oh, it's lovely. That'll go nicely in my northeasterly blanket as well. So I have got 400, 800, 1200 yards of this. 1200 yards. I think it's going to be a sweater, a cropped sweater of some sort. I'm not absolutely sure, but I can feel the pull to get casting on all of the sweaters because it's coming into that season, isn't it? I just want to knit all of the things. I want to knit all of the sweaters. I want to wear all of the sweaters. Here I am saying it, and it's somewhere between 26 and 28 degrees outside. But I don't have time to knit all of the socks and all of the sweaters, but I would like to. But, you know, the yarn just sits there. It's not going anywhere. It's not eating anything. It brings me joy as an ornament. It brings me joy just to sniff it. And it will bring me joy to skein it up. Skein it up, skein it up. No, this is skein. Ball it up, wind it. Even just looking for the pattern is joyful. I love the ticket. So clever. Ball band. So yeah. Now, the reason why I am desperate to turn this into something is my Love Note sweater is turning out to be an unexpected triumph. I've got the 2 skeins left over that I don't think I'm going to use. So people have been suggesting things that I could knit, and so I have fallen down a rabbit hole of patterns. And yeah, I just want to knit all the things. I wish I was a faster knitter. At least my elbow's not hurting anymore. Well, slightly. I can tell I've had a problem, but it's not debilitating anymore, whereas it was really holding me back during the summer. Right, I'm cutting it fine now. I have to go on the school run. When I get back from the school run, I will do a few arty-farty crafty little shots for an intro. I'm laughing because we all know. Oh, goodness. I try my best, but it's all a bit hammy. Right, so hopefully I will have linked to everything down below. And remember to tag everybody as well. And if I've missed anything out or I haven't been clear enough about anything, just drop me a line. I'm woefully behind on clicking love and replying to so many messages now. So please forgive me if I haven't got to yours. And if there was something really important that you wanted me to answer, just tell me, ask me again, and I'll get back to you, promise. Right, let's take this lot off before I cook. Thanks again for watching. Bye. Right, time for random number generator. Let's do this. Random number generator. 1 and 288. 280. That's wrong. 288. Let's flip you around. I've had to come into the kitchen because my internet's bad. Right, 288. 288. Go! 128. Who's that? So, 128 is 128, 128, 128, 128, 128. Karen! Karen Bushell! Karen, who got me started with all of these. 288. Yep. Go. Go. 247. 247. Oh! Mrs. Jackie Lucy. Brilliant.